Hi, it's Reiver here. We're on the Forever Mining world, well, one of the copies that I've made in Creative, so I can fly. And to be honest, these trees have been bugging me. The idea was that I'd have an absolutely gigantic fortification made out of wood, and I thought spruce wood would grow next to each other. Um, I've obviously been mistaken about that, but let's pop on to a creative testing world and let's find out how wood works in PlayStation 4 version of Minecraft. I'll see you in a bit. Bye. So I've jumped onto a creative test world, and in the time it's took me to plant these trees, basically the trees have already started growing. Um, I thought, oh, I'll knock down this birch, and while I was doing that, normal oak tree grew. So basically, we'll just see how it goes. Oh, and what I'm trying to work out is which trees can grow next to each other. Pretty sure it's the oak and the birch. But stuff like this, like I didn't even know you could grow small versions of the jungle wood. I thought it always had to be like a 4x4, like especially with the oak wood, the dark oak. Thought you had to put it in like a 4x4, like something like this. But it's nice to. This will be a nice experiment to see what happens on the PlayStation 4 version of Minecraft. Remember, we're not on Java or Bedrock. The PlayStation unfortunately has its own set of rules at the minute. So I'm going to leave it overnight and maybe a couple of days, and let's see what happens. I'll be back in a bit. Bye. Okay, so I've left it for about a day now, and we're starting to see the results from just natural growing. Um, I thought I'd stick on another row of dark oak because it seems a bit unfair if they can't really grow on the Todd anyway. What I am curious about is, well, to be honest, I'm still amazed that junglewood grows with just one. Didn't know that, and I'm really glad to see that it grows next to each other, no problem. It's taken a bit longer than the rest of them for quickness. It's yeah, you can't beat the normal oak. It's just growing at a much faster rate. Um, and the savannah is really nice actually. Uh, and it seems to grow no problem. I think it depends whereabouts the trunk is. So you can see on here we've got oh, I've just knocked it out there. So it might grow now because there isn't a plank in the way, and like this, the same with this. So let's try that just in case. So there shouldn't be anything in the way now, and it should grow. And we'll do the same for this one as well. So yeah, you see how there's another plank there? I think that's what was stopping that grow. Oh, we've got dark oak. So I guess it'll be the same with this here. These ones will be unable to grow because of that there. But we'll leave it and see what happens. Now the spruce, you can see that we've got the same problem as what we had on Forever Mining, where basically it doesn't want to grow next to each other. Now I was wondering if it's something to do with the leaves, and maybe that's the reason. So if there's leaves in the way, it just won't. It can't see that it's space to grow. So let's knock these out. We'll make sure everything's. Oops. And basically, you just want to make sure that there's nothing blocking it at all. We'll even take out these things just in case. But I'm just curious to see if it is able to grow or not. So we'll leave them for a bit. There we go. It looks like it looks like it's being able to grow something tiny. Oh, or maybe it's just that is very weird. Okay, so it's maybe grown a one tall tree. Very weird. Let's crush that off and see what happens. I do like the savannah stuff. If we had had any of these trees nearby, probably would have done that for Forever Mining. The thing is, spruce is nice. It's a shame that it doesn't seem to want to grow next to each other. Let's have a spin round to the. Ah, there we go. Look at that. So actually, you can put dark oak next to each other, and it will grow even into other trees. That is really nice. Okay, so we'll leave that for another day, and I'll be back in a bit, and let's see what happens. We'll see if the spruce actually grows next to each other, or whether it's the fact that there's wood somewhere near it. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, so I've left this for about a day and a bit now, and yeah, it doesn't seem like they want to grow. The oak, on the other hand, is doing really well. It basically has just left them two off because it hasn't got a 4, and everything else seems to grow fine. Apart from this one birch, which I don't know what's going on, because there doesn't seem to be anything there. One thing I thought I'd try though is bone meal. So if you didn't know, you can put a tree down, give bone meal, and it'll grow. Same with like grass as well and stuff like that. So I thought, yep, let's try this out. So let's try it on there. Yep, that works fine. What happens on the dark oak? Nope. I think it needs another 2 oak saplings. So let's go back to the spruce. And we know in the series that we've been having a bit of trouble with these. So I'm going to try, but no, doesn't want to grow whatsoever. So let's knock down this guy, or girl, whatever the tree's gender is, no one cares. And yes, it will grow there, but will it grow if I get rid of this? How far away can we be? Right, so as long as you've got 2, a gap of 2, spruce will grow, I think. Yep, looks like it. It's a bit of a shame because it's a nice tree, but out of all of them, yeah, it's not really that good of a choice, is it? Especially if you want to make a wall like I was. So you can go for oak. It gives you these nice, weird, like outline stuff. But compared to savannah, if you're after that kind of freaky wall where you don't have to do much yourself, I think it's got to be that. The dark oak is pretty nice as well, actually. If you could get this uniform thing all the way around, it would actually look quite quite a nice pattern. But I think what you'll end up getting is like a mixture of stuff like this. But actually, let's try that. What happens? Does it kind of self-right itself? No, it doesn't. It gives you. So I think if some parts were this, and then other parts of that, it'd just look a bit weird. Whereas stuff like savannah is just completely, it's mental. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So there it is. Basically, don't make your wood farms using spruce. They're a pain in the backside. And yeah, everything else, go for it. The only thing I would suggest is putting a limiter up above. So if you stick stone slabs or stone block at around about, I don't know, let's say 7. If you go online, you'll find the correct height, but that'll limit it down to the smaller trees, and then you'll be able to pick it with a pickaxe pretty easily. Not just a normal axe, not a pickaxe. That's for stone. Yeah, but hopefully you found this research helpful. This is the PlayStation version, but looking at this and all the like wiki entries, it seems like it is pretty similar to Bedrock. I think just in Forever Mining, I was a bit unfortunate to be next to a spruce forest, so that's all we had access to. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye. So I know I've just said bye to you, but them savannah trees they were interesting. So I came over to the desert because I thought nice area, and decided, yeah, sack it. I'm gonna make myself a wall full of savannah. So I basically planted the saplings and then went around with bone meal and made one continuous wall. But it's got these kind of nice, like, uneven edges and even some gaps and stuff like that. And it just looks, it looks, it's different, isn't it? You can't say it looks amazing, but it's definitely different, and it's something that I might just keep working on. So from the inside, it looks great, and we've got this kind of nice bit that I might turn into some kind of oasis. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you what you can do if you want these kind of weird looking wooden walls with quite minimum effort. Like, find a skeleton like spawner, and you've got basically unlimited bone meal, or you can start using the composters. Take a bit of time, but actually, if you've got cactus farm, you can get some bone meal pretty quickly. They're one of the best things that you can chuck into that composter. But yeah, so here's the start of my little project that I'm going to be doing. So expect more of these little tutorial videos randomly whenever I come up with something, and every single time I'll add something in here. Brilliant. Okay, so this time it is definitely bye. And if you like this, hit the subscribe and bell icon, because to be honest, they come up so random, these kind of research videos, that we don't really have the schedule for it. So I'll see you when I do. Bye.